안녕하세요. 타로를 통해 영화를 감상하는 시간 타로무비 오즈의 마스터입니다. 타로무비는 한 장의 타로 카드를 통해 타로 카드의 의미를 알아보고 선택한 카드가 제시하는 운명의 영화를 소개해드리도록 하겠습니다. 그럼 오늘 소개해드릴 영화를 위해 타로 카드를 뽑아보겠습니다. 오늘의 카드로 달 카드가 나왔습니다. 달 카드는 이중성을 가지고 있는 카드로 의심스러운, 숨겨진, 악의적인 소문, 의심하던 것이 드러나는, 오해가 풀리는, 정신병을 뜻하는 카드입니다. 그럼 달 카드와 어울리는 영화를 소개해드리도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 오해가 풀리는 정신병을 주제로 타로 무비에서 소개해드릴 영화는 마이클 위너 감독의 명탐정 필립입니다. 1978년에 제작된 영화이며 레이먼드 챈들러의 필립 말로 시리즈 중 깊은 잠을 영화로 만든 서스펜스 탐정물 영화이며 영국 재벌의 딸이 도박에 관한 협박으로 곤란을 겪게 되자 필립 말로가 고용되어 해결하게 되는 영화입니다. 그럼 자신만의 방식대로 미스테리한 사건을 풀어간 한 사설탐정을 그린 영화 명탐정 필립, 지금 같이 보실까요?
It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. I was wearing my dark blue suit with powder blue shirt, tie, and display handkerchief, black brogues, black wool socks with dark blue clocks on them.
여기 사립탐정으로 유명한 한 남성이 있습니다. 필립 말로는 독단적인 수사 방식으로 인해 변호사 사무실을 그만두고 사설탐정으로 사건 의뢰를 받으며 살아가고 있었죠.
I'm Philip Marlowe. General Stern was expecting me.
You come in, please, sir.
Thank you.
말로는 퇴역 장군 스턴우드 장군의 부름을 받고 대저택을 방문하는데요.
Tall, aren't you?
스턴우드 장군의 둘째 딸 카밀라가 필립에게 관심을 갖습니다.
You are tall. I like you.
Hey, wait a minute.
The general will see you now, Mr. Marlowe.
카밀라로 인해 당황한 말로는 정신을 부여잡고 스턴우드 장군에게 향하는데 그 모습을 뚜렷하게 쳐다보는 스턴우드 장군의 운전기사.
This way, sir. This is Mr. Marlowe, General.
Sir,
So you know Inspector Carson?
our paths cross now and then.
No, he recommended you. He said you had that American quality of insubordination. What do you know of me?
Well, you're very rich. Your wife died several years ago and you moved to England. You have two daughters, very pretty, but a trifle wild. The older one married an Irishman called Rusty Regan.
I'm very fond of Rusty. He was a breath of life to me while he lasted.
What happened to him?
He went away. Went away a month ago. Without even saying goodbye to me. It hurt a little. I'll be hearing from him one of these days.
말로는 스턴우드 장군에게 한 가지 의뢰를 받게 됩니다. 둘째 딸과 관련된 일들에 대해 협박하는 사람들을 해결해 줄 것과 사라진 사이 러스티 리건을 찾아달라는 내용이었죠.
Well, what are your charges, Mr. Marlowe?
50 pounds per day plus expenses, when I'm lucky.
Well, that seems reasonable for removing morbid growths from people's backs. Matters in your hands. And don't ask my daughter Camilla about it. She'll just suck her thumb and look coy.
말로는 사건을 조사하기 위해 협박범인 그윈가이거가 운영 중인 서점에 방문합니다.
Can I help you?
Is Mr. Geiger expected back?
I'm afraid not until later.
Well, then I'll just sit and wait in one of your charming chairs.
가이거가 서점을 위장해 포르노 잡지를 판매한다는 사실을 알게 되고 이를 수상하게 여긴 말로는 그의 뒤를 쫓아가죠. 그렇게 가이거의 집을 수색하던 중 총소리가 나고 다급히 창문을 깬 말로는 집으로 들어가는데 가이거가 총에 맞고 거실에 쓰러져 있었고 그 앞에는 마약에 중독된 카밀라가 웃고 있었는데요. 말로는 그녀에게 옷을 입혀준 뒤 가이거의 방을 수색하기 시작하죠. 거기서 집 열쇠와 가이거에게 당한 협박 피해자 명단이 쓰여있는 노트를 발견합니다. 그리고 약에 취해 있는 카밀라를 집에 데려다주고 가이거의 시체를 수습하기 위해 다시 사건 현장으로 돌아오는데 시체가 사라지고 없었죠. 다음날 말로에게 전화가 한 통 걸려오고
Morning, Marlowe. It's Carson. Did you see General Sternwood?
Uh-huh.
Then perhaps you know why his Bentley is washing about in the sea near Ramsgate. The car's a mess, and so's the man inside it. I'm driving down to take a look. Interested?
말로는 자신이 조사하던 사건에 도움이 될 것 같아 현장을 가보는데 다름 아닌 죽은 남성은 어제 자신을 뚫어지게 봤던 스턴우드 장군의 운전기사였죠.
What's the story? It went through down there. It must have hit pretty hard. It was high tide at 1 last night, and no one around here saw anything.
Broken neck seems to be the cause of death.
What about that bruise?
Looks like someone hit him while he was alive.
I'd say suicide. We don't suspect foul play.
머리가 복잡해진 말로는 다시 서점으로 향합니다. 그리고 안에서 가이거의 부하였던 사내와 마주치고
Okay. Tomorrow then.
그를 뒤쫓기로 하는데요.
Taxi. Can you follow that van?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. Stop here. The name on the bell read J. Brody. A man called Joe Brody had received 5,000 pounds from General Sternwood to stop playing with Camilla and find some other little girl to play with. It could be the same J. Brody.
사무실로 돌아온 말로를 기다리고 있는 스턴우드 장군의 첫째 딸 샬럿. 그녀는 말로에게 의문의 봉투를 건네는데 그 안에는 카밀라의 누드 사진이 들어있었고 협박범은 사진을 미끼로 1만 파운드를 제시했죠.
Can you get the 10,000 cash?
I could probably get it from Eddie Mars.
Who?
Eddie Mars. He owns the Chevelle Club. I was there last night, playing roulette.
You would like roulette.
I think I can get the 10,000. After all, I've been a good customer to Eddie Mars. And there is another reason why Eddie should be nice to me. Eddie's wife, Mona, is the woman my husband, Rusty, ran away with. Doesn't that interest you?
I'm not looking for Rusty.
말로는 다른 단서를 얻기 위해 가이거의 집으로 향하는데 그곳에서 카밀라를 우연히 만나고 그녀에게 어젯밤 일에 대해 묻습니다.
What do you want?
I want to know who killed Geiger. Did Joe Brody do it?
Yes, Joe did it.
조 브로디를 찾아가는 말로.
You Joe Brody?
So what?
You get the books, Joe. I've got Geiger's list of customers, the ones he was trying to blackmail. I think we ought to have a little talk about that. Why don't you ask your friend with the pointed shoes to come in? She must be tired of holding her breath.
Come in, Agnes.
가이거의 서점 직원이었던 여성 아그네스도 한패였고 말로는 브로디에게 어젯밤 사건에 대해 듣게 됩니다. 카밀라를 사랑했던 스턴우드 운전기사는 그녀를 지키기 위해 가이거를 죽이고 누드 사진이 들어있는 필름을 들고 도망치는데 이 상황을 보고 있던 브로디가 운전기사를 죽이고 필름을 사진으로 인화해서 협박했던 것이었죠. 이때 누군가가 브로디를 찾아오는데
Yeah, wait a minute.
Near the cops.
말로는 브로디를 죽인 범인을 잡는데 그의 정체는 가이거의 부하였던 사내였죠. 알고 보니 그는 가이거와 사랑하는 관계였고 가이거를 죽인 범인이 브로디라고 착각해 복수를 위해 브로디를 죽인 것이었죠. 경시청을 찾아간 말로.
Mr. Marlowe here, he's a private detective. Caught this man, Carl Lundgren, who shot a man called Brody dead and ran away a couple of hours ago.
You caught him?
All by myself.
Tell your story, Marlowe.
The dead guy was chauffeured to a rich family named Sternwood. Last night, he shot and killed a guy named Geiger in this area.
I couldn't bear to hear all this twice, Marlowe. Who hid Geiger's body, then?
Lundgren, the kid I gave you, must have done it. I suppose he came back while I was taking Camilla home, dragged Geiger's body out to the garage, and then later decided he hadn't done right by his friend, so he came back and laid him out on the bed.
And let me tell you something. I'm a close friend of old man Sternwood.
This didn't start with Geiger. It started with Rusty Regan disappearing.
What started?
I think that's what the old man really wanted you to find out.
말로는 러스티 사건을 조사하던 중 이 모든 거대한 음모가 비밀 도박장을 운영하는 에디 마스에게 있음을 알게 되고 그를 조사하기 시작합니다.
You didn't knock Regan off yourself, did you?
No. Did you think I had?
I wouldn't put it past you.
I thought you weren't looking for Rusty Regan.
I know someone who would like to know where he is.
General Sternwood.
Geiger was trying to blackmail the general. The general didn't say so, but I figured he was scared that Rusty Regan might be behind it.
Look, Marlowe, you're looking for Geiger. Geiger's dead, isn't he? You're finished.
That's right. Finished and paid off. I think I'll take a walk around the club.
The door over there leads out behind the tables.
도박장에서 말로는 룰렛을 즐기고 있는 샬럿을 보게 되고
21 red, red win.
많은 돈을 딴 샬럿은 도박장을 나오는데 괴한에게 습격당하게 되죠. 하지만 말로가 보디가드처럼 그녀를 구해주게 됩니다. 이후 두 사람은 술을 마시면서 많은 대화를 나누고 서로에게 묘한 감정을 느끼게 되죠. 하지만 말로는 그녀에게 뭔가 석연치 않음을 눈치챕니다. 다음날 아침, 의문의 남성이 말로를 찾아오는데요.
Look, I am Harry Jones. Agnes sent me. You've met Agnes.
The only bookseller I know with enough sex appeal to stampede a businessman's lunch.
You made a crack up there. The day Brody got himself killed.
What did he know?
I'm selling that. 200 pounds. Look, we've got to get out, Agnes and me.
What have you got for the money?
Will you pay it?
If it does what?
They were all there that night. Eddie Mars with Charlotte Sternwood. And the reason for them being there, Mona Grant. She was a singer. Mars was mad about her, and so was Rusty. Charlotte Sternwood, well, she just hung around the joints like she couldn't sleep. Eddie Mars got Mona Grant, the singer. They married, and Rusty got sore and married Charlotte Sternwood. Well, the marriage was a bit, and Rusty started to see Mona, the singer. And then they both vanish. Together, people said.
Most of that's on the record, Harry.
Yeah, but then a new fella enters the scene. Lash Canino.
카니노란 남성은 브라운맨이라 불리며 에디의 특별한 일을 처리해주는 사람이었는데 어느 날 샬럿이 카니노에게 돈을 주며 무언가를 의뢰하는 것을 목격하게 됩니다.
I still don't see 200 pounds in it. If Charlotte Sternwood thought that anything had happened to Regan, Mars is just the type of person she'd go to.
Yeah, but what if Eddie's wife, Mona the singer, never really ran away with Regan at all? What if she's been kept now, just outside London, in a hideaway? So the law think that she and Regan went off safely together, when all the time she's being held on her own, out there.
That's an address I'll pay for.
Yeah, well, Agnes found her. She'll tell you where.
말로는 생각하죠. 모나라는 여자로 인해 미로 속이었던 사건이 풀릴 거라고. 모나의 위치를 알기 위해 아그네스를 찾아갑니다.
Saturday and Sunday he dragged me around the area, hoping to pick up Canino in that brown car. A couple of weekends ago we saw them. We passed them by a pesticide plant, and the girl driving was Eddie Mar's wife, Mona. She was wearing a blonde wig. Canino, the watchdog, was taking her out for air. Joe sneaked up there that evening and took a look. There was a radio going, and Canino's car was outside. Nothing else happened, so I came back.
And that's it, huh?
말로는 아그네스가 말한 장소로 향하고 그곳에서 모나를 인질로 잡고 있는 카니노와 총격전을 벌이죠. 마침내 카니노를 제압하는 데 성공한 말로.
You're playing too rough, Marlowe.
There have been a lot of killings going on around here. I haven't been getting my fair share.
You're lucky the ghost story backs you. I guess it comes under self-defense.
And what does Eddie Mars come under?
He's here. We're very big on statements today. He admits he hit his wife. He even agrees it's rather silly. He says he knew Canino, but only as a customer. He didn't know Harry Jones. Geiger was his tenant.
So Mars just walks away free and happy, huh?
Unless you've got some real evidence.
의뢰한 일을 성공적으로 마친 말로는 스턴우드 장군을 찾아갑니다.
I didn't ask you to hunt for my son-in-law, Rusty Regan.
You wanted me to, though.
Well, you assume a great deal. I usually ask for what I want.
I think you put those Geiger notes up to me as a test.
I'll give you 10,000 pounds to find Rusty. I don't even have to know where he is. A man has a right to live his own life. I just want to know that he's all right. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, General.
러스티가 죽었다고 생각된 말로는 죽인 범인을 찾기 시작합니다.
Here, I brought your artillery back to you. I've cleaned it and loaded it up for you. Take my advice. Don't shoot any people with it until you learn how to be a better shot.
Teach me.
Huh?
Teach me to shoot. I like that.
카밀라의 부탁으로 인적이 드문 호수로 향하는데
I'll set this can up over there on the wall. Now don't start shooting till I'm back beside you, okay?
Okay.
카밀라의 행동을 예측한 말로는 실탄이 아닌 공포탄을 넣어두었죠. 그리고 모든 진실을 알고 있는 샬럿을 찾아갑니다.
How is she?
Well, she's all right, I suppose.
I came back to the house after seeing your father. I gave her back something I had which belonged to her. She wanted me to teach her to shoot. She wanted me to see an old ruined castle. She wanted to kill me. She fired all 6 shots straight at me. Sweet little thing, isn't she? I was thinking of another day when there were real bullets in that gun. I was thinking of the day that Rusty Regan disappeared.
마약 중독자였던 카밀라는 정신이상 환자였고 러스티가 사라진 그날도 카밀라는 말로에게 했던 것처럼 총을 알려달라고 부탁하고 러스티를 총으로 쏴 죽이게 된 것이었죠. 샬럿은 남편이 아닌 동생을 보호하기 위해 시체 처리를 에디에게 부탁하고 카니노에게 돈을 준 것이었는데요.
I'll give you 3 days. Put her in private care.
You don't want money?
All I itch for is money. I'm so greedy that for 50 pounds a day, plus expenses on the days I work, I risk my future, the hatred of the cops, of Eddie Mars and his pals. I dodge bullets and put up with saps and say thank you very much. If you have any further trouble, please call me. I'll just put my card here on the table.
사건을 해결한 말로는 저택을 떠납니다. 자신만의 방식대로 미스테리한 사건을 풀어간 사설탐정을 그린 이야기, 영화 명탐정 필립이었습니다.